Why hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as Lego Dude 11, and in today's video, this is my Hazbin Hotel official Season 1 spoiler review, so without further ado, let's discuss. So, first up, a little bit of housekeeping. I have notes that I'm looking at on my computer up there that you can't see, and the TV's pulled up with Hazbin Hotel back there. So, a little bit of a story. So, I was kind of saying at the beginning of this review, but this is a spoiler review for Hazbin Hotel Season 1. Have been super excited to make this because this is a show that was not on my radar at all. I had recommended to me by two people, sort of. One, the first time last week, this is the fastest I've ever watched a show, period. Probably. Or let's scratch that. Echo was the fastest, but Echo I didn't like. So this is a show that I thoroughly loved, thoroughly binged, highly recommend, but I'm going to get into that. So I was in the car with my friend, and he has this huge array of playlists, right? He has this huge playlist of nerdy songs, pop culture songs, and what have you. And he has his own YouTube playlist, and he has his own custom-made playlist on his car, right? I love it. Him and I have similar musical styles, So we're listening, right? And then this song called Heaven to Hell pops up. It's a Hazbin Hotel inspired song, and we're listening to it. I'm like, this is really cool. Later that night, we're in this pop culture group, and this girl recommends Hazbin Hotel. It's a Prime original, and I'm going, Prime original? Why haven't I heard about this? I get on, and the first, apparently there's a YouTube original episode, so there's, that aired, and I go to watch Hazbin Hotel, fell in love with it. There were 4 episodes aired the day of. I think 4 episodes aired all at the same day, a week ago. I hadn't heard of this thing. Loved it. Loved it. And then I watched the 2 episodes that current weekend, and then watched the finale just last weekend. So I'm here to tell you my thoughts on all 8 episodes. First off, let's get to the musical numbers. If you had told me that what this show is about, I would have been like, you're kidding. You're joking. This show is now in my top 10 shows of all time. It might be somewhere in my top 5. I don't know. I literally watched Community, all 6 seasons of Community, 6 seasons of Community over the Christmas break, and now this. So I mean, they're 2 totally different shows, but both of them I'm thoroughly in love with. So I might have to reevaluate my top 10 shows. But the musical numbers in the show are phenomenal. The first thing I can ever think of, Keith David oh my god, can this guy sing? I mean, the last previous thing I've seen him in was Community, and I watched him in another animated show, my favorite show, Rick and Morty, and he's in here, and he can sing like an angel. I mean, no pun intended, he can sing like a glorious angel in hell. I mean, amazing. So there's that for you. Number 2, just the songs, like I said, Heaven to Hell is not in the show, but it's a great song. Love to listen. I made it my ringtone. Stayed Gone by, which is, again, Vox. I'm kind of getting tied in here. The character Vox, man, can he sing too. Is the little evil demonic TV guy. And then Alistair is a great character. And by the way, there's great animation too. I just love these musical numbers. Like I said, and the animation in this show is gorgeous. It's great animation. When I got into it, I was looking at it and go, this is something that I'd really be into. Because there's animation out there that people go, ew. I happen to think that What If, I like the Hazbin Hotel style more than What If, the Marvel's What If. And Star Wars Visions is good as well. I can't wait for Season 3 of that. I happen to believe that Hazbin Hotel's animation is better than Star Wars Rebels. I don't know. The way it's done, for me, it's not like an old kid cartoon. You know how, Ed, Edd and Eddy was stylized? You know, there's Fairly Odd Parents that was good. Sometimes there's just, those random kid cartoons that are bad. But this isn't stereotypical. It looks kind of stereotypical, but when you're watching it, you feel a sense of, man, this is really well done. This is it grabs your attention. You're not just this is generic. And some people might feel that way. I don't know. Personally, I don't. I know that people amongst the group, pop culture group that I was talking with, like, I don't think that they have any issues with it. Like, in the college that I'm here, I haven't heard anybody complaining whatsoever about. And maybe it's just the people I live with. Maybe it's just the people, I mean, outside of campus, maybe there's people like, oh, I watched Hazbin Hotel and it was a failure. Or I didn't like it. But even the people I watch on YouTube say it's great. So anyway, there's that. Again, it has demonic characters. If you had told me that the show was going to have musical numbers, great animation, and demonic characters, I would have thought you were crazy. It has great, like, I love Beetlejuice. I cannot wait for Beetlejuice 2 this year. It's happening. It's coming. I can't wait for that movie. And this was like the Beetlejuice animation that I've been wanting. Okay, my phone's talking to me. I think Alistair's wanting to get my attention here. So, I just was in, like, the demonic characters in this show were really well done. Like I said, the evil TV guy Vox, he wasn't really demonic. He had a smile. He wasn't like really a demon, but he was cool, unique, not cool. Forget that word. Alistair, my favorite character in the whole show, but the relationship between Charlie, this helps me out actually. Charlie and Vaggie was great. The whole twist. There were a bunch of twists. I should say a bunch, but the thing. Okay, I'm getting off track here. But like this, it was a cute story for an adult show, right? We have this relationship between Vaggie and Charlie, and Charlie trying to get all the people redeemed at this hotel, Hazbin Hotel. It was very cute, right? And I also liked, there's one episode with this, like, sexual assault type thing. I don't want to get political and, like, really, like, nitty-gritty about this adult content. But it was an interesting episode, and I love the song Poison by whoever plays Angel Dust. I love Angel Dust, too. He's a great character. And some people go off the rails and be like, this episode was the worst. Why they include it? And people go, okay, listen, like, calm down. Like, if you really want to go off the deep end, that's fine. Like, don't bash on the show because of the one episode that was dealt with this event. They put up a warning before the episode, so like if you didn't want to watch it, like calm down. But it goes along with like me, like I don't need that. Doesn't make the show better, right? It just makes it enjoyable because they resolve it. It wasn't like the entire series was about that issue. If it was, I would have been like, okay, this is getting a little off track, buddy. Like, what are you doing? But at least they made it, like, it was his character arc. It was Angel Dust's character arc, too, for his job, right? And I found it entertaining and reasonable, like symbolic, sort of symbolic. But then when Huss comes in and starts singing that song about, Loser Baby, love that. I added that to my playlist. I, added many of these songs to my playlist. It's great. It's so great. But I love Husk, and I love all the characters. But when Cherry Bomb comes in, my point was, I love that moment. Cherry Bomb comes in, she's a character, I guess she's kind of the one character I didn't really care for, but on the other hand, at the end I kind of did, because she gets a relationship with Sir Petchus. I really love that. I really like their chemistry there, because she was into she used to be an enemy of him, and then they grow together, so I really like that a lot. Like I said, it's just a cute story for an adult show. Sort of, I'm trying to think, like, I can't say that about Rick and Morty, or sometimes there's cute moments in Rick and Morty, but I think it's more of a sci-fi show, and I love Rick and Morty dearly, but this feels like what Beetlejuice, you know how Beetlejuice, like, at the end of, it's like a comedy, right? This is like what Beetlejuice is in a cartoon, and I know there's a Beetlejuice cartoon, but I've never seen it, and I don't know how good it is, but this is how I imagine Beetlejuice in a cartoon. It's like a comedy with cute love story. Oh, it's so good. With musical numbers, except there weren't musical numbers in Beetlejuice, were there? But anyway, that's fine. I love musical numbers. They're thrown in here. They work. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Can't say that enough of good things about the show. The final battle, ending of season 1, it was so good. Which I've said that a lot about this show. Funny enough, I actually had to watch this episode twice because I fell asleep. Not because of how boring it was, because I had stayed up late the night before, so I fell asleep. I watched the, what was it? Oh, I watched a movie called The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, and then I go to watch the final 2 episodes, because then the next day I was going to watch Argyle, which Argyle at night, so I was like, I have lots of stuff to do, I gotta go to school, and then I'm going to watch Argyle, so I watched, the Thursday before, I watched the last 2 episodes of Hazbin Hotel, but the finale, I missed the final battle, because I fell asleep, so, whoops, so I watched it again, but, I gotta rewind, so, whoops, anyway, long story, long tedious road there, but I finally got everywhere, so the final battle with, the whole group, Vaggie, Husk, Charlie, Angel Dust, we got Serpentious, and then Cherry Bomb all teaming up, and the little, not Mimsy, who's the little girl? I forget. But the little demonic creature girl, she always is like, I like defeat. She's kind of like Mort from King Julian, from Lemurs, Paintings of Madagascar. I like defeat. I'm gonna get you, little man. But, and then we see him, or her, them all teaming up, taking down Adam, I think it was just Adam's army, Adam and the other angels. By the way, Vaggie's an angel, and Charlie comes to terms with it, because she's like, I love you, and I love you. By the way, this relationship's teeter-totters with the Poison Ivy Harley Quinn one from the Harley Quinn show. This show, however, is way better. And I think that the Harley Quinn show just got bumped off my top 10 for reasons because of this. I'm sad to say, but there's other shows, shows in my top 10. The Harley Quinn show is like right underneath my top 10. But anyway, great fights with with Adam. Adam is just a doofus character. Like, he's a bad dude. He's a dork, douche, doobob. But whatever, diddly doop-dob. But, yeah, anyway, I just, like, whatever. I hate him. And he was defeated in a good way. Love the battle. There were just, like, big blasts, big explosions. And by the way, the teases, just the effects on the explosions, or on the battle was great. I couldn't believe that Alistair kind of got defeated there. His staff broke, and I was like, whoa. That was crazy. Like, I did not think that Adam was that powerful to destroy his power there. But Alistair comes back at the end. Maybe there's always been a mystery behind Alistair, and I've always been wondering what it was. That Stayed Gone song with the creepy, like, Alistair at the end. Oh, that was crazy, dog. I'm falling. That was crazy. But Alistair comes back. They sing the happy, it's another happy day in hell song at the end. Serpentious comes back. He's at heaven, because there's the part in heaven where, like, no person can be redeemed, and they actually don't know, like, how they get into heaven. So Serpentious comes up, and he's like, and the 2 angels, Sarah, and I think it was Sarah and someone else. She's like, someone's here from hell. Serpentious is here. So he's there in heaven, and then the one evil, like, angel, the bad angel that was helping out Adam, comes to see Lilith, who Lilith is the mom of Charlie, who's running the Hazbin Hotel. By the way, Lucifer's in this series as well. I didn't mention Lucifer, but he's the dad of Charlie, and he's a cool little character. He comes back in the fight to defeat Adam, and there's a song between him and Alistair called "Hell's Greatest Dad," and it's so cool seeing the banter there between them. The song reminds me of from Aladdin, like do 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 do, but it sounds like an Aladdin tune. But you know, there's that. There's a season 2 tease, like I said, with Lilith, the mom of Charlie, and like maybe we'll see her in season 2. We're gonna see how Serpentious had gotten to heaven. Something in season 2 with that. I'm very curious to see what happens in season 2. I personally love this show. I'm so glad I had this recommended to me. I'm so glad I watched it when I did. I'm so glad it wasn't later. I'm so glad it was now. Highly recommend that you watch the show if you haven't seen it already. Again, it's a little bit of an older show, a mature show. It's a newer show, not an old show, but it's adult content. Highly recommend. Give this show a 10. I'm giving this season a 10 out of 10. I don't want to sound super biased, but that's what I put on Instagram. That's what I'm telling people because I love it so much for reasons that I just was not aware about. Demonic characters, great animation, musical numbers, great story, great characters, great plot, great resolution too, great setup for the next season. I am in love with this show, this season. I just can't wait for more because I heard that it was like, oh, it's a YouTube original, but there's this type. There's also a spinoff called Hell of a Boss. Don't know if I'll watch it, but I love this show. Love this show, love the season. I'm glad I had it recommended. Can't stop talking about it. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Clickers up here popping up. Make sure to subscribe. Stay up to date onto what's coming. big things planned, big announcements coming soon. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, play Lego, watch stuff. Peace out, everyone, and bye. I've enough.